worked at Sofidel UK. They are a major paper manufacturing company, famous for major toilet brands such as Regina. And all I can say is I have outstanding memories of working there. Firstly, what was amazing was the size of the building. There was like a vast compound. I mean, it was so big that they pretty much had cycling lanes that you could use, because otherwise, if you wanted to walk, it could take up to 5 minutes, 10 minutes to get from the some production areas and to the gate. So if you want to get home quick, you might as well have use the bike to get from A to B. But yeah, it was obviously, they had a logistics center where the trucks would come in to load up the papers to go and be delivered to supermarkets. Obviously, they had a business to business business model, so that means that whatever they produce was sold directly to retailers, and then obviously retailers would market them to the final consumer. But my experience, was as a cleaner. So I was mostly in charge of cleaning the main offices, and the offices were pretty plush and very modern and very well designed. They had a modern feel to it, and they're very sophisticated, and it was a very well kept facility. So I would go in the morning and clean the offices, the toilets, the kitchens, communal halls, and then I would move and clean the shed where they had the security for all the drivers that would need to access the facility. And after that, I would move to the main warehouse, which was absolutely huge and filled with high-end machinery, and obviously plenty of toilet rolls and toilet roll making facilities and storage. So as you would imagine, it was a monumental cleaning task, because I think they had over 500 employees. So they had multiple toilets, changing rooms, kitchens, and obviously you had to make sure that all the toilets were clean, all the garbage was disposed of, and that was pretty much the essence of the job. Obviously, it was very daunting for me, because it was such a vast warehouse facility where they had all these, they also had workshops there, that it felt like a thankless task. And because I was agency worker, and the shift would have to start at 6 a.m. and there was no really early morning transport to get me there. I tried to get there a few times, but it didn't really go too well for me. I didn't really enjoy the job, and I had to subsequently quit. But obviously, it was an Italian company, and being Italian myself, I was a bit surprised that such a well-known, famous toilet paper brand was based here in Wales. There's not that many here in the UK. It's not, in Wales in particular, it's not really an industrial area anymore. I mean, since the 1980s now, all you have is some niche manufacturing facilities, mostly in a medical setting, like where they produce pharmaceuticals. But it's mostly otherwise, it's just a service economy of just serving people. Whether it's distribution or retail or call center. That's pretty much Wales for you these days. But let me know your experience. Have you worked at Sofidel UK? And if so, how did you find the experience? And would you recommend other people working there? I'll be intrigued to read the feedback in the comments section. Thank you very much.